Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about Oban Bay Reserve, which is supposed to represent the Night's Watch. And I will say that this is, the reason I kept this for last is it's the one that I was the most excited to try. And when you look at this bottle, or the container and the bottle and everything about the marketing says that this is dark and mysterious, just like Jon Snow. You know, there's no question that the guy is brooding, right? It's just everything about him is supposed to be a little bit dark, a little bit mysterious, and a little bit, daring and bold and blah, 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 whatever. This packaging, I do actually feel like represents the Night's Watch and Jon Snow pretty well. A lot better than some of the other whiskeys that I reviewed. So when we talk about the Night's Watch, obviously they're supposed to be protecting us from the horrors that live north of the wall. One thing it can't protect us from is the insane markup on this bottle. I have often seen this going for 3 or 4 to even 5 times the price of MSRP, which was around $65, $70. And so, I mean, we're talking hundreds of dollars at that point. Absolutely ridiculous. But I'll just say this right away. Like, I can't give this a buy because I can't suggest anybody buy this whiskey for a couple $100 unless you really, really want it as a collector's item, just because none of these whiskeys are stellar. So keep that in mind. And at the end, I won't really give too much of a rating along the lines of buying it. So let's go ahead and give this a nose. Well, the nose is very good. It's, it's kind of a standard Scotch kind of fruity, light, florally kind of nose. It's got the citrus. It's got a little bit of like a cantaloupe, melony kind of nose to it. Oddly enough, I'm not getting really any smoke. I have seen other people say that they can get smoke out of here. I totally don't. It would have made a lot of sense to make this a smoky whiskey, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea that to my nose anyway, it's like light and crisp, almost like snow. You walk out the door, for those of you around, where it snows essentially. If you walk out the door on the morning of a snow and it's cold, it's a very, very specific smell in the air, a very specific feeling that you get. I like this from a nose standpoint. So let's go ahead and give this a taste. Cheers. Okay, little bit of smoke in the taste. It's not the forefront, but just thought because of what I just said, it was worth pointing out. I would say the forefront is actually, I'm going to back up even one step. So this is a 43% ABV. It tastes higher. It tastes like a 48 to me, which is great because higher ABV usually means a better taste. But as far as actual individual things that I'm picking out in here, it kind of matches the nose. You've got a citrus kind of taste. Let's even say, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to go lemon over orange. So it's got kind of a lemony taste, although it's not like super lemony. It really just tastes, it's almost like a acidy kind of, how would you describe citrus? If you think about it, like it doesn't, if you describe citrus, you're going to think things like a pineapple or an orange or a lemon, but those are all very different flavors. So that combined little bit that makes you know that that's citrus, that's what I'm tasting. Hard to describe. So anyway, you're also getting some of that cantaloupe, a little bit of that melony flavor. There's some smoke in there for sure, and a little bit of dark chocolate for me. That's about it. So I will say that if this was $60, I think that this is fine. But I don't think that you're missing out if you never try this, other than the fact that it just looks cool as hell. So that does it for this episode of the Whiskey Dictionary. But I do want to say that tomorrow, obviously, is the season premiere of Game of Thrones season 8, and I will be watching it for sure. I'm not gonna live stream it or anything, but I will be watching it. I will be excited about it. I hope that you are too. I have nothing going on with HBO. I'm just like a super hardcore fanboy of Game of Thrones. So anyway, thank you for joining me here for all of these whiskey reviews. Next week, I'm going to get back into my normal kind of schedule of Wednesdays and Saturdays, go all over the map again. I know I did all the Irish whiskeys and now I'm doing all the Game of Thrones, but I'm going to go back into everything, right? So you're going to get all kinds of fun stuff. Thank you for joining me here on the Whiskey Dictionary, and have a great rest of your night. Cheers.